name is John Bentley, and I've been working with compact manure spreaders for over 25 years. I've been selling manure spreaders and other farm equipment since I was 17 years old. But it wasn't until just 1 year ago that I found what I believe to be the best compact manure spreaders on the market. Made right here in the USA by Conestoga Manufacturing in Kirkwood, Pennsylvania. Conestoga spreaders are made by folks who actually use manure spreaders so they can easily understand the needs of other users. Now I want to go over this unit from front to back so you can just see why it is so good and so much better than the competition. This is a Model 25 ground drive spreader. It's the smallest spreader in our lineup. But the great thing about Conestoga spreaders is that all of our spreaders share the same great features and benefits. They're heavy duty, highly durable, and built to last, so you get years and years of use out of these spreaders. Now Conestoga knows that some owners want the spreader to match the color of their tractor. So we do paint our spreaders in 3 different colors. So you can call us if you want a special spreader color. All Conestoga spreaders are 2-wheel ground drive. That means that both wheels drive. Okay, so this is a heavy-duty ground drive ratchet mechanism system that's highly durable and has been around for years and years, and it's been well proven. So both wheels drive. So if you're turning, what that means is that one wheel is going to go faster than the other. This one's going to slow down. But because both wheels drive, you never lose full spreading action in the spreader. It spreads evenly across the field. All our spreaders come standard with jacks. This particular unit has a wheel jack on it, but the standard jack is a very simple design on the C25. It's what we call a pull-up jack. Once you take the pressure off the tractor, it's very simple. Basically pull this lever right here out, and the jack will basically slide up and pull away, and then you can snap it back in so that you don't have to worry about cranking it all the way up. Very simple design. Now, what about the hitch? We use an A-frame hitch, and the A-frame hitch is bolted on, and we're using heavy-duty grade 5 carriage bolts to bolt it to the frame. There's a tab that sticks out, as you can see right here, to give it structural strength. The frame then itself goes all the way back to in front of the wheels for extra strength and durability to make sure that the box is solid. Another thing about the bolt-on A-frame is that we take it off for shipping. Because we can take it off for shipping, it goes inside the spreader, and that shortens the length of the spreader, which reduces the shipping cost to you, our customer. Now let's talk about the box construction. Conestoga uses an all-welded steel box construction. But beyond that, we use what's called Core 10 steel. Core 10 steel is a copper-bearing steel, and it has atmospheric rust resistance 4 times that of mild steel. And that's tremendous. Most of our competitors just use mild steel when they build a spreader. Now let's go beyond that. Next, after we weld the whole thing together, and oh, by the way, we also have underneath on this particular spreader, there's 5 formed Core 10 steel spring supports go underneath the spreader, and our bigger ones have even more. So it's an all welded box. After we weld the box all together and all the parts, we then go put them through a chemical wash process. The chemical wash process gets rid of all the residue on the steel, and then we use a polyurethane primer coat for the undercoat, and the top coat is a 2-part urethane paint that is highly durable and will last for years. It's the most durable finish on the market. Because we use the Core 10 steel, we have an all-welded construction, additional supports underneath, chemical wash a spreader, put a polyurethane undercoat and a 2-part polyurethane top coat on our spreader. We offer a 10-year warranty on our sides. 10 years. That's a long time. And it means it's going to last longer for you, the user. Conestoga has also developed their own T-rod apron chain. The T-rod apron chain is a very durable, heavy-duty chain, and it's stainless steel. They were the first ones ever to put stainless steel apron chain in their spreaders. Not only do they have stainless steel apron chain, but they also have stainless steel cross slats. This particular web is the strongest web in the industry. It will outlast most other webs by 3 to 4 times. Conestoga spreaders use a 3/4 inch thick by 6 inch wide, high density poly floorboard. Now these poly floorboards are very durable. And the other nice thing I like about the poly floorboards is that they're slippery. In other words, it's easy for the material to slide on it, which means that the chain's going to freeze down less in the winter. This particular board is so good that we offer a lifetime warranty on our floor in our spreaders. That's right, a lifetime warranty for the floor on our spreaders. So we got a 10-year on the sides and a lifetime on the floor. Another great feature about the Conestoga spreaders is that we use bolt-on spreader paddles. Many of our competitors use weld-on spreader paddles. When you weld a spreader paddle on, that means when it's wore out, you have to replace the complete paddle system. Our paddles are very special. We use a rooster comb design, which means that it's tapered backwards. Each one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. We use 12 paddles on our spreader. That's more than anybody else. Most of our competitors use 8 paddles. So that means we've got 60 shredding points to shred the manure on our beater system. Gives us tremendous spreading and shredding capabilities. One additional fact is that we put an angle on our beater right here. We put a little bend on it. That bend, what that does is that this side, they bend this way, and on this side, they bend this way. So you get better spreading action and a wider spreading action because of the way we design our paddles. Because we can spread wide and even, it cuts down the amount of lumps and clumps of manure that are in the field, which improves your ability to manage your pastures. One of the other things is we offer a upper beater. The upper beater just bolts on, and that's used if you have pen pack manure. Most of the manure, especially horse manure, where they have shavings and sawdust, very seldom would you ever need anything but our standard beater. So in most cases, the standard beater will cover all the manure that's out there for most horse owners. The only time you get into pen pack manure is when you get into beef, maybe goats, and some other small stock. Now let's talk about some operational features. All Conestoga C-Series ground dry spreaders have 2 control levers in the front. The one on the left engages the beater. So you put that in gear, and now the beater is running. The one on the right engages the apron chain. So you put it in this for normal operation, and that'll give you your heaviest spread pattern. You can go down to a second one. That gives you a medium spread pattern. And finally, the third one is more of a clean out to try to get everything out of the spreader after you get done with your load. One of the other great features on the Conestoga spreader is the chain lifter system for the beater drive. The chain lifter basically is right here. When you engage it, basically it falls out of the way and allows the chain to drop onto the sprocket. And when you disengage it, the chain slide comes back up and acts as a positive lift to lift that chain up off the sprocket so it can't fall down onto the sprocket. Some of our competitors don't have this feature, and this was designed by Conestoga. If you don't have that feature and your chain starts getting loose, what happens is the chain will go down eventually and hit the sprocket and can take a tooth off the sprocket. So this is a really great feature that will add years of good use to that sprocket and to the overall spreader. The last thing I want to talk about is the height of the sides. Conestoga probably has the lowest loading height of all the spreaders on the market, especially on their C25. And we're going to show you how that works here in just a minute. But it's a very low loading height, and it's very easy for people to shovel stuff into the spreader. You get the manure in the spreader, fork it in, very easy to clear the side.
Conestoga manure spreaders, lasting performance. To get more information or to locate a dealer, please call us at 855-822-1976 or visit us at ConestogaManurespreaders.com.